treated well.
Half-priced insulin. It's front page national news this week. The announcement from a major pharmaceuticals manufacturer, Eli Lilly. It comes amidst growing protests from diabetics across America and pressure from Congress demanding answers to the question, why is insulin 10 times more expensive than it was 10 years ago? Tonight, a Utah family who say it won't help them as they struggle to keep their son alive.
This is my insulin pump.
Dillon Hooley's $10,000 insulin pump. He's been wearing it for 3.5 years, since he was 15 years old. When he was on family vacation with his parents, and they turned and saw him in the back seat of the car and noticed Dillon was sick.
Things are not okay. Our son is like gray-green, you know, like to me, like he's dying.
They rushed him to a hospital. The diagnosis was immediate.
At the time when I was diagnosed, telling me I had diabetes, it was obviously pretty confusing at the time. Didn't really know what was going on.
What was going on was a near-fatal diabetic seizure, and the end of life as the Hooley family knew it.
It's a learning experience. We had to learn like right now, right away.
Lesson 1, treating diabetes is an expensive ordeal and getting more expensive every year. Jason immediately started looking for another job, one that would provide the best health insurance available. And Dillon, 15 at the time, secretly took measures of his own.
That's when I started to ration my insulin, and at the time I thought, oh, well, I have this many vials to get through this amount of time, so I needed to make it work at the time. I needed to buy his time to get better insurance.
His body wasn't getting enough insulin. By his next visit to the doctor, he was sick again.
The doctor was like, hey, what's going on? And he said, he had been cutting back. He has a long life to live with this, and those rationing can lead to other permanent damage in his system, too.
Dillon now has a glucometer that monitors his glucose every 5 minutes and a transmitter that sends the information to his mother's cell phone. It's another expensive but essential tool to keep Dillon alive. Add $300 per month for the Dexcom G6 and the $28 per month transmitter to the $150 per month glucose tablets, the $100 per month mini-med reservoirs, the $210 per month test strips, the $150 per month infusion set, and that's before the Hooleys have to buy the $270 a month insulin. Not the better, faster-acting Humalog insulin, but the slower-acting Novolog insulin. That's right, the Hooleys don't get the discount announced this week because they have health insurance. So they cover the $1,208 per month expense any way they can to keep Dillon alive.
The problem is people are dying. People are rationing. My son rationed his insulin because we can't afford his insulin. And I don't want to lose my son.
He put his own life at risk?
Yeah. Yep. He's a good kid. I don't want him to do that again.
Reluctantly, they accept donations from a GoFundMe page set up by a family member. Family, friends, and strangers have been donating to help Dillon. It's one of more than 6,000 GoFundMe pages for diabetics nationwide. That's a sign how bad the problem is. Mindy Hooley has also become an advocate for families all over Utah. She founded the Utah chapter of T1 International, a nonprofit foundation creating awareness about the high price of life-saving insulin. Go to abc4.com.